everyone, and welcome back to my channel Little Stitches. Today I'm going to show you what I have been sewing across spring. So the first thing is I made another Tilly and the Buttons Cleo dress, and it's more or less the same as my first one, but it's in denim, and I also put the back pockets on this version. I did better seam finishes on this one as well. So I did bias binding all around the facings, and also I did the Hong Kong seam finishes. So that, I just love that it's all nice and neat on the inside. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that, I think. So this fabric is some denim from the Denim Company, who they are online, but I got this from the NEC when there was like a knitting and stitching show, probably about March time, and I just bought a metre because you can squeeze a Cleo quite easily out of a metre, and I think it was £14 or £14.50 a metre, so it wasn't desperately cheap or anything, but it is a really nice denim. There's no stretch in it whatsoever, so it's quite nice for a Cleo. Yeah, and it's hopefully going to get lots of wear over the summer because my other one is a bit dark for the summer months, so this one will probably look nicer with bare legs and sandals and vests underneath. So that's that one. Next up was a t-shirt for my husband, and this is Kwik, so 3878. And so he did all the design for this. So he chose he chose all the fabric, and he wanted a pocket on it. So the pattern doesn't have a pocket, but I just used, I think it was the back pocket from the Tilly Cleo, and yeah, just I think I might have made it slightly smaller, but I just used that as a basis to draft another one. But the actual pattern, I was really pleased with it, really easy to sew. Obviously it's just, there's hardly any pattern pieces to it, so it's not ever going to be crazy difficult. Didn't have a problem with the jersey, so I realised that the reason why my machine wasn't liking jersey was the thread. So with Gutermann thread it's absolutely fine, and I just think it's just that little bit stronger and a better quality thread than I've got loads and loads of Rossmann threads that I got free when I bought my sewing machine years ago, and I'm still using those, so they're fine for non-stretch, well, any wovens really they're absolutely fine for, but I think for stretch I'm just always going to use Gutermann thread now, and there wasn't a problem, no skip stitches, the twin needle was absolutely fine. So yeah, size wise it was a good fit. The only changes was the hem. It did come up really long. I think I took off so I took off 2.5 inches and then did a 1/2 inch hem, but that was a bit too short, so next time I'll probably just take off 2 inches off the hem. And then the sleeves, I took off 1.5 inches, and that was fine. That made it into a good fit, but apart from that it was a fine fit, and the neckband was a good fit. Yeah, and there's no problems with it, so he loves it. He's been wearing it loads and loads and loads, so we'll definitely be making more of those across the summer. I finally finished the Craftsy course for my first crochet cardigan. I'm still not sure about crochet clothes in general. There's just something not quite right about them. I just don't really know. So I'm not convinced on it. I think it is wearable, but it's probably more wearable around the house. So yeah, it's not actually, I've not worn it out of the house yet, so that's probably, you know, that's the evidence that I don't feel that comfortable in it probably. In the end I got some pink mother of pearl buttons, which I think are alright. I think it probably would have been nicer with grey ones, to be honest, but yeah, it is nice, it feels nice. The Craftsy course is brilliant. It's really easy to do. The only problem I had was with the cuffs. So crochet, the edge of crochet typically doesn't have a lot of stretch in it. So the cuffs don't feel great. And I did have to do the cuff section a couple of times because they were just too big basically. So it looked like a frill rather than a cuff. But apart from that, it was absolutely fine. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not convinced on it. I think I'm going to stick with making crochet accessories. Bags are brilliant in crochet, cushions, blankets, all those sorts of things. And then with try and progress my knitting and for cardigans and things like that. Okay, the next thing is McCall's M7387, and this is what I've sewn for the Instagram Sew Together for Summer hashtag, and that's where everyone sews a shirt dress and then you just upload it to Instagram. So I've not put it on Instagram yet, but I will do. So I did a sort of combination of all the versions. So it's the length of C and it's the shape of A, but it's not got any pockets. And yeah, so it's got the shaped hem. So I've done it out of a polyester cotton gingham, big gingham, 1-inch gingham that I got on eBay. It's pretty cheap. I mean, it usually is this fabric. So it was, I think I bought 3 meters, but it's quite narrow. And it was about £8 something, including delivery. So it was pretty cheap. And then the buttons I also got on, yeah, I did get those on eBay as well. And they're just little wooden shirt buttons that I really love. They came in a pack of 25 and that they were cheap too. They were about £2 including delivery. So I've got loads left. So hopefully when I can find time to make my husband a shirt, then those can be buttons for the shirt. So this pattern, it worked out all right. So the back has a pleat detail on it, which I've actually reversed because I just didn't like. So it's basically an asymmetric pleat. It's going to be really flipping difficult for you to see. But so the pleat originally is like that, but it just hung so strangely at the back that I just didn't like it. It just sort of sat on my bum, wasn't flattering. So then I just thought, well, I'll just do a normal shirt box pleat. And then I thought, well, actually the reverse of it looks like a reversed box pleat, so I'll just turn it around and see how it goes. And it looks fine. I much prefer it. It still does though, the dress still does seem to be, it does still hang off your bum, like it does a funny thing. But I think quite a few shirt dresses of this style do, because I was watching Gingerella's vlog and she had a similar problem with a shirt dress she's made recently, and it was different make. I can't remember which one it is. I think it might have been a named clothing pattern. So it could just be this style of shirt dress does that. But I wear it with a belt anyway most of the time. So the other thing was doing the hem was really difficult. So in the end I did a bias bound hem because turning it around on the curve was just not working from what the pattern instructions were. But everything else was really straightforward. Yeah, so I'm quite pleased with it. I think it'd be nice on holiday, nice and cool. Yeah, but I think without a belt it is a bit too big and baggy unless you're sort of at the beach or something and just want something loose. But yeah, so that's that one. And then lastly is McCall's M7406, and I did version D, but turned it into a midi length. So I used the fabric from Truro Fabrics in Cornwall, and I really like it. Like, it's not the usual style of dress I would normally wear, but I do really like it. So the making it up, like, it is an easy pattern. Does it say it's an easy one? Oh, it is designed for a beginner, and it is very, very straightforward. I did princess seams because I've done princess seams on most of my makes actually now, because I just want the insides to look as neat and as tidy as the outsides. And I also hand hemmed and by all the edges, which took absolutely ages, because the whole neck edge, all the way around, the armholes as well, they're by bound. So yeah, there was a lot of hand. So I mean, you can do it by machine, that's what the pattern recommends, but I just like an invisible finish, so that's what I chose to do. But yeah, I think it's a really flattering shape. I'm glad I did the shorter version, because I think in maxi I'd feel a bit overdressed, whereas I feel like I can wear this on holiday or just on nice sunny days here, and feel like it's just a nice sun dress. So yeah, pleased with that one. And then the only other thing is my knitting progress. So I have a sock. It's far from perfect, but it's the first sock. I think the yarn's pretty good. There are holes, but yeah, and the toe, I need to work on finishing the toe. That's a bit weird looking, to be honest, but you know, they're just my socks. I'm on to the second one, so just turn the heel. I'm doing the decreases now, and I've been using, someone commented saying about some YouTube tutorials by a lady called Simply in Stitches, that's a channel, and she's brilliant, and they're really, really good tutorials. So this is the first sock tutorial. She's got a couple of others, or she's got one more that she's filmed, and she's got another one coming. So I used her tutorial and the pattern that she used, and yeah, I really like it. That's all I have for you today, so hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks to all my new subscribers, I really appreciate it. And if you've got any comments, let me know down below. Thanks, bye.